It's me, Bobbi Brown, on Total Mom Sense. Can't wait to share my story.
So tell us about what it was like growing up. What was a young Bobbi doing to spend her time?
It's a really good question because back then, there was no social media, there was no computers. I was, a pretty normal kid. I grew up in Chicago in the suburbs, the oldest of three kids. My parents were 20 and 21 when I was born, and which is crazy to think about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, I was just social and wanting to be liked and wanting to be popular and never did great in school, never thought I was smart. Went somehow, got into college with friends of mine. We just went to college and I transferred 3 times. And I ended up at Emerson College where I got a degree in theatrical makeup. They didn't have a course, but
Right.
they had an interdisciplinary course, which meant you could design your own. So I designed my own major. Now I know it's called being an entrepreneur.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. So, how did you kind of carve this niche for yourself at such a young age? You were like, no, this is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to try to, you know, um, fit into some other like lane. I'm going to do this.
Well, when I was in college, I read an article in Mademoiselle magazine, which was this cool, like, young woman's magazine
Of
about a
course.
makeup artist in New York City who worked with all the top photographers, did all the fashion shows. And I was like, that's what I want to do. So after I graduated, I moved to New York and started calling people. And they were like, whoa, 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 whoa. There's no job. You have to build a portfolio. I just always asked a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Went to a modeling agency and said, all right, I want to do these quote unquote tests. And they helped set me up with some of their new girls. And that's how I learned makeup. And then I
That's
started assisting other makeup artists for free.
hmm
I learned a lot. And then, you put one foot in front of the other and you keep going. That's my only advice. If you get nothing else today, nothing ever replaces just doing things.
Yes. Yes. You had this goal to land a Vogue cover, and it took you 7 years to achieve it. So, I know it's just one foot in front of the other, but like these were different times. You were, calling photographers and editors in the Yellow Pages. So tell us what that was like.
Well, I would get up on a Monday morning and look at my calendar that was empty, and I said, okay, I've got to fill it. And I would
Yeah.
fill it with appointments where I would go talk to people. And, some people liked me, some people didn't. My work was, not professional at the time. And then someone gave me a chance and I did a magazine shoot, not a fancy magazine shoot. It was, a one pager and I think it was Glamour magazine. It was a dancer who was
hmm
doing an exercise story. You couldn't see the makeup, but you could see my name on the side. That was a mini break. And then
Yes.
that photographer ended up using me again because I came on time. I was nice. I was helpful. I said thank you. And she said, oh, this is a nice girl.
Oh,
I got invited again. And things just lead to other things. But then there's plenty of times where it was quiet and my phone didn't ring and I was worried about paying the rent. Well, I just reactivated the Yellow Pages and started calling other people.
so the reason why I named this show That's Total Mom Sense is because I feel we have a built-in sixth sense. It's an intuitive superpower, if you will. So if you can share a story about when you trusted your mom sense when it came to your kids or
Only because I have to tell, I have not really told this story, but it's this interesting combination of being a mom and being an entrepreneur. So, I was always worried about disappointing the kids. Like I would never worried about being on TV or the Today Show. I always worried about messing up with the kids. And
Mm,
one day I volunteered for something for a school project and my job was to get the googly eyes. I'm like, all right, piece of cake, googly eyes.
okay.
It was due whatever day it was, and it was a day that I was at Fashion Week. I was on my way home from work. I was so exhausted, and I said to myself, oh my God, I forgot the googly eyes. It was 8:30 at night, and I called my husband and he's like, we're watching some game, we can't talk. I came home, I got in the car, I drove to Staples, they didn't have it. I drove to another place, they didn't have it. I drove to the third, and all of a sudden it's 9 o'clock. I got no googly eyes.
Oh my gosh.
I sat on the curb and I started crying. And then I slapped myself in the face and I said, get over yourself. Picked up my iPhone, and I emailed all of my neighbors, all of my friends. I said, who's got googly eyes? And the people started dropping off googly eyes to my house.
Oh, wow.
A giant bag of googly eyes. So I was so happy. I figured it out. I gave Duke the thing to bring to school. The next day I came home. I said, how was the project? Duke said, teacher was sick.
Oh no. Oh my goodness.
But that one
Look at that.
moment where it was like, I effed up.
Yeah.
What do I do now? I figured it out.
Yes.
That's what
Yes.
an entrepreneur is, and that's what a mom is, and that's the sense that a mom has.